Hey everyone, it's Adele and April from Just Say Scrap with Close to My Heart, and we are here with Technique Tuesday number 69. So today we are going to be showing you about our
patterned heat embossing.
Yes, that. So this is another part of our Stamping 101, so we are moving on a little bit and continuing with that to show you a new technique with the heat embossing and the stamping and making some patterns. So here we go. So we are starting out today by actually going through the Feels Like Home Deluxe Scrapbooking Kit. So I actually have the instructions right here, and we are going to be making this page here. So I'm flipping over to page 10 where the instructions start, and it's going to show me how to start my base for the patterned embossing. So I'll actually show it to you. You see this little diagram here? That's what I'm going to be following, and it says, with a pencil, lightly draw the guideline shown above, starting with this pink line. So we are going to do this. Before we actually started, we did take some time to figure it out, so we can help you and make it a little bit easier on you. I'm also just making sure that this piece of paper is perfectly lined up with my VersaMark, so my measurements are correct. So we're going to start. It says start over 4.5 inches. So we're going to go to where it would be the 7.5 and then the 7.5. That's going to be your 4.5 inches from this corner down. And we're going to start with drawing a very, very light line, just like that. Very, very faded. Then what you have to do is it's going to be 1 7/8 inches in between your lines. So I'm actually going to take 2 rulers here. And I'm going to line this one up perfectly on my line. So I have the dotted line there. And then I'm going to put this one right up next to it so I can figure out where that next step is going to be, because that's 1 7/8 away from my next line. What we attempted to do before is we actually had tried to go 1 7/8 inches over from here, but it does not work that way, which is very weird, right, Mom?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But this is perfect how it is. It's all staying at 1 7/8. So I'm gonna do my line, and that looks good. So once again, I'm gonna do my 1 7/8, and I'm gonna do this all the way down, and then I'm gonna flip it and reverse, go this way. So let's speed it up, and you will see the end result. All right, perfect. So now we have down our lines as we want. Make sure you do have a good eraser, actually, because you will be erasing the extra lines off. So make sure you have a good eraser that's not going to leave any residue on your paper when you are done. But what we are going to first do is we are going to take our anti-static pouch. And once you have your anti-static pouch, you are going to just lightly go over that surface. It's going to help with the ink and the powder not sticking. I'll put that to the side. And then we are going to take our little block and our little lines. Make sure that you season them. I'm pretty sure my mom already seasoned them, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Then you're going to take your VersaMark ink. Ooh, that was a little loud. And VersaMark, flip it over. Remember, you always want that squishy surface when you are inking. And then we're going to make sure that we really ink this up. And we are going to go over some of these lines. So it might not be completely perfect. And especially since you can't see where you're going, it's a little tougher to know where to place it. But guesstimate where the ink will go and try to stay close to those lines, it will work. So I just only did 2 lines because I just want to show you. But I've got my, flipping this back over, got my scrap paper covering up my VersaMark ink. And I have our silver tinsel embossing powder here. we are going to go over those lines. So I was a little off on one of them, but that's okay. Look how pretty that is. And do you see how none of it's stuck on any of the middle pieces? Like those are just designs in the actual paper. So the static pouch really does work. And then I'm going to send this over to Mom, and she's going to use our heat tool and emboss it. All right, so we have this. It's absolutely beautiful in person. I don't know if you could see the sparkle, but it has this gorgeous shimmer to it. So that's what the silver tinsel is. It's more sparkly than anything, right?
Yeah.
So, and remember, you do not want to waste any of your embossing powder. So make sure you do have a sheet like this under it, so you can just go right back into its home. Or if you have any kind of tool that will help you collect the powder, use it. There's still a lot on here, but I'm going to keep embossing, so I will make sure that that is back in there. But we will show you the end result when we have it. All right, so we are all embossed here. It feels really cool. I accidentally got a little bit of ink on some of these spots, but honestly, those are actually going to be covered with some cardstock, so that does not matter in the end. And plus, scrapbooking is not supposed to be perfect. You're supposed to make it your own and do things like that. So as you can see, I overlapped a little bit in some of these places. I was off a little, but that's okay. It's all cool. And just wanted to show you that this is an awesome technique that you can use. And after you have embossed, you could take your eraser and erase out all of these extra lines that you have. You're not going to end up actually hurting the paper or your embossing in any way. I'm going actually right over these where I'm seeing some of my pencil marks. And the embossing is not moving and my pencil marks are coming off. So, anything else that you can think of to say, Mom?
No, I just think you can try different things to work with, maybe circles or other patterns.
Yeah, so like on this stamp, if you wanted to, you could actually make a whole entire paper with these all over it and then use one of our thin cut circles and cut something to go in between it. So don't be afraid. You could, or if you wanted to do the same exact thing with the leaf pattern all the way down, you could do that too. So
Oh, that would be pretty.
that's our Technique Tuesday. And that's Technique Tuesday. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed. We will be taking down our tree, sadly, this week. So, Christmas season almost over. But we still have the Christmas spirit because
Yes, we do.
we are loving the new patterns and everything out there. And thank you to all of our new subscribers. We are glad to have you on our journey. And don't forget about our weekend as well. It is coming up in March, so make sure you get those forms in. Thank you to everybody who keeps sending them in. And we're excited to see you. So we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.
Can't stop it. My heart. And we are here with Technique Tuesday number 69, I believe. I don't know.